At the edge of the map, there's a place few travellers ever reach, a land where icebergs drift like mountains and the ocean feels alive. I came here to see what life's really like beyond the Arctic Circle. No script, no plan, just discovery. From stormy seas to tiny villages and glaciers that seem to breathe. This is Greenland, the edge of everything. So let's go. My travels again. If I was to describe the country as a land of ice, a land of mountains, and surrounded by deep, cold oceans, where am I going to? No, it's not Iceland, it's Greenland. So it's taken me almost 2 hours to get through security here at Manchester Terminal 1. They decided to empty both of my bags and tip them all over the floor. They didn't explain why, they didn't help me repack. But I'm now in the escape lounge here. I've got about 20 minutes, then we're going to board the Icelandair flight over to Keflavik. We've got a night in Keflavik, and that will be a separate video. And then we have a flight over to Ilulissat in central Greenland very early tomorrow morning. So this airport in Ilulissat has a 50% cancellation rate of flights, so I may get there, I may not, I may be stuck on the plane for hours and then get back to Keflavik, but we will see. So I'm not going to talk on this first flight because I'm sat in a window seat right in the middle of the plane and I don't want people to think I'm an idiot. I need to sit with them for 3 hours. I'll pick up again when we get to Keflavik Airport, and we then need to walk to our bed and breakfast, hotel, Airbnb, whatever it is. It's about an hour walk away from Keflavik Airport, and so I'll see you when we get to Keflavik. And the coffee machine's broken. So it's 25 minutes early. Now I need to get the bus to Keflavik from here. Just opposite the terminal. It should be about a 5-minute journey. But I wanted to walk. I might do a bit of a recce later to see if I can walk back in the morning because I've got a really early flight. When we get to my accommodation, I will pause this video for the night and make a new video about Keflavik. One of those odd little cities that most people just drive through, fly in, drive out. But let's get the bus to Keflavik. Bus journey here to Keflavik. It's really windy. And I don't know why I'm surprised. It is Iceland and it is the end of September. Let's try and find this accommodation. It should be a couple of minutes walk from the bus stop. I think I could walk back to the airport in the morning. Assuming it's not this windy. So this is called Keflavik Town Centre accommodation. It is a really odd setup. Let me show you my room. So we've got a wardrobe here. We've got a fridge that isn't on, a microwave, a disgusting dirty cup, a toaster, kettle, TV, dodgy electrics, and then it's a shared bathroom. It cost me £44 for the night, so I'm here for one night. I've got a really early flight tomorrow morning over to Ilulissat in Greenland. It's also very noisy, the main road is out here. So I'm going to end this bit of the video now and then pick up when we get to Keflavik airport again in the morning. For me that's in about 12 hours time, but for you it's probably now. So I've just had to take a taxi, 5-minute journey from my accommodation to Keflavik airport. It cost me £48. £48, and the airport is chaos. It's not even managed chaos, it's just chaos. There's people pushing big tour groups, there's massive queues to go and check in and drop off bags. So I'm going to try and get through security. There's currently an hour wait in security, and then hopefully we can carry on this video and hopefully get to Ilulissat today. So I'll see you after security. It's been a long time since I've been to an airport this busy. It was about an hour to get through security. You had to take literally everything out of your bag. The airport is so busy, and last night I got no sleep. Not even a single second. There was just noise from the road and people banging around all night. So it's not ideal, but I've probably got about 45 minutes before we board, assuming the flight's on time and can leave. It's really windy and foggy, and we're on a small prop plane for 3.5 hours over to Ilulissat, so we'll see if we actually take off. I'm just sat here watching planes in a quieter part of the terminal. So it was around a 15-minute journey on a bus from the gate to the plane. We passed huge cargo planes, small prop planes, and then we finally arrived at the other side of the airport to the small ATR that will be taking us over to Ilulissat. I quickly realised that my cabin approved bag was too big to fit in the small overhead bins on this aircraft, but finally the cabin crew squeezed it in and we were able to start our takeoff into the skies above Keflavik.
And have a safety in an aspect position. Ensure that all hands are kept safe control.
As we started our descent over Greenland, the scenery just became more and more spectacular. Endless snow-capped mountains, big ice fields, glimpses of ice melting and water pooling on top of icebergs, and then eventually we started to fly over the biggest ice fjord outside of Antarctica, you can see here. And as we got closer to Ilulissat, we could see the icebergs that had broken away from the big glacier. We then started our descent quite quickly down into Ilulissat, passing over the whole town. This is the whole of Ilulissat that you can see right here. And we passed over the harbour and eventually down into the old airport in Ilulissat. There's a new airport being built just around the corner from the old one along the airport express road. So welcome to Ilulissat. We've landed about 10 minutes early. It is absolutely freezing here. So let's go into the terminal. Each hotel in Ilulissat has a shared minibus that will pick you up from the airport. Mine didn't arrive, so I had to call the hotel. Eventually it turned up 15 minutes later, and it was about a 5-minute drive down the airport road to the Hotel Suma, where I was spending the first 3 nights of my 8-night journey to Ilulissat. So behind me is the Hotel Suma, up on a hill on the airport approach road. Straight out of the door and you can see icebergs. That's going to be a separate video, I think, exploring what Ilulissat has to offer, and then a couple of videos on the hiking trails around here. So yeah, I made it. we even arrived early. So for once I was lucky and my flight wasn't cancelled. I was one of the 50% that actually made it here on the very last flight of the year from Reykjavik to Ilulissat. It is freezing cold. I'm here for 8 days now, but I'll talk through all that in a future video. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed watching this video. All of the YouTube admin stuff, please like, subscribe, get the algorithm going to get more people viewing these videos, and make sure you stay tuned for all that is to come from Ilulissat and wider Greenland over the next couple of videos.